Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm Nye. Right now in Aldecny, it is 11:36 a.m. on Thursday, April 30th, 2020. No news to share, so she doesn't have much to say beside her hellos. Come to think of it, the end of April is already upon us. They say spring is sprung, but before you know it, spring will spring right out the door. We won't let that stop us from enjoying May to the fullest, will we? Isabel signing off. Okay. Let us explore. So I did a little bit of work yesterday. Oop. That's right, my pockets are a little bit full. What do I have in my pockets right now? Flowers, and lots of them. I did a little bit of exploration yesterday. Mostly working with flowers that we have not yet gotten, like, crossbreeds for. Hey, Chatter. I was thinking about you, too. Here, have some PJs. So I went and made some adjustments, working to, Nice. A paisley bandana. Great. Super. Made some adjustments so that way, hopefully, we will start actually getting crossbreeds. It looks like we're not getting any up here yet. I hope that we're actually going to get some soon. I need to get these off the floor, so I'm going to have to build a new stall. Items that are loose like that are on the ground are considered to be trash by the game, and we actively do not want that. Trash on the ground is up. Trash on the ground does actively count against that star rating, so we're going to hope to stop that. Here, have a paisley bandana. Nice. You do look awesome. Okay. So we're going to be working on hopefully getting more flowers. I rearranged. You'll see some of the flowers were rearranged. More into that hash pattern that you see. What's up, Savannah? What are you making? Crafting a wooden block bed. I believe I already have that. I do already know how to do that. I really don't want to... wait, why am I leaving? I still need to talk to you. I have a thing for you. Please take this pine board flooring off my hands. You know, I really appreciate that they keep on giving me stuff, but I'm trying to empty my inventory. Not sure how about that sleeveless tunic. Not the biggest fan. Okay. I'm curious that when you guys play video games, what type of goals do you set for yourself? You know, do you, oh, hey. I thought I had at least one inventory space open. Evidently not. I can go throw away that shoe, though. That's not necessary. That's not needed. So when you guys play video games, what do you set as your goal for the game? Like, what do you do? What do you aim for? What's up, Pietro? Here, please have a pendulum clock. It is a pendulum clock, yes. Congratulations. You know, once upon a time, I just kind of beat the game. And that was kind of all that I did. I just went in and just said, okay, my goal is to get to the end of the game. And that's as much as I'm going to do. But, you know, as time went on and I did more and more in video games, I found that just beating the game never felt like enough for me. Just kind of over time, as I played, it just kind of seemed, you know, there was more to do. There were more things to do. A lot of games actively include additional content, bosses, side areas, and it just became an idea to let me see how far I can go. You know, what else can I do in here that I would not have been able to necessarily do before. What do you mean? I literally have space. Like, can add this to the other 10K I'm holding. Just like that. I'm trying to think of the first game where I really went... Bleh. I'm trying to think of the first game where I really went above and beyond in the game. Just doing additional stuff. I think if I had to make a guess, I think it was probably the Elder Scrolls Oblivion. I was kind of thinking back on it. And that was a while ago, too. I mean, that wasn't something that was recent. I think, you know, if I remember correctly, I was... I'm just trying to think what it was. It was when the game first came out. And I think it was when achievements first became a thing. And, you know, I was actually playing through, and I found that... Oh. I wonder what that was. Were those snails? Are these treated like rocks, and snails can just be on them in the rain? I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for that. I was playing through the Elder Scrolls Oblivion, and, you know, you could get, you could get plenty of achievements in that game. And the achievements were all based on, you know, fairly simple things at the end of the day. It was, you know, very specifically, basically just complete all storyline missions. You know, it wasn't anything amazingly important. So there wasn't any of the achievements that I like to do. You know, it wasn't the, you know, beat this boss or, you know, kill 300 enemies with your hands tied behind your back. It was very much, and very specifically, just complete this quest in this storyline. So they were very much the achievements that I don't like. I don't like those achievements, to be honest. I think they're boring. But they were, you know, they existed. They were achievements. And I really kind of ended up doing just about everything. I think in the original Oblivion on 360, I think I'm missing exactly one achievement, I think. And that's because in the Shivering Isles expansion, you had a choice between either completing Manic or Depressive, I think. I can't remember what it is. Manic or Insanity, something like that. You had a choice between two different mission paths, and you can only choose one of them per save file. And I ended up choosing one of them. Got the achievement for it, but that was about it. You couldn't go any further than that. But I think that might be, if I think about it, the very first game I played where I really went all out, trying to complete everything. And then just kind of built from there. I mean, I forget how old I was when, you know, Oblivion came out. I think I was around 14, 15. So it was very much, wow, that makes that game really old now, actually, if you think about it. But I ended up playing that a lot, and I think it was around that time when I started really not having money, you know? Like, I think it was definitely around that time that money stopped being something that I had easy access to. Let's check this tree over here to the left. This one right here. Is this a orange tree? Or such a tree of any kind? No? Cool. We'll be back over here in a second. Yep, those are snails. We have snails on the bushes. So for kind of from Oblivion onwards, I started looking out for what more can I do in a game. And it very much became a feeling that I'm not done with a game until I've done just about everything. There are naturally exceptions. Hey, Peanut. I have a thing for you. I think I do, at least. Yeah, here. Have a mini chalkboard. And another Zap suit. I feel like I get the same things from them a lot. I do end up being just mildly curious what other people do in video games, just given that I feel like my gameplay style is not the norm necessarily. Yeah, I'm certain this jacuzzi is going to cost tons. Yeah. Okay, I'll probably be able to get that money eventually. What about this? What about the plasma ball? We'll go ahead and buy that. Okay, we'll be back. They're pulling out all the expensive stuff. And I didn't take advantage of CJ yesterday as much as I would have wanted to. Yeah, I think, you know, when you look at what a lot of people do, you know, online. Sorry, I'm thinking as I do stuff. Yeah, you do have like the completionist, and he does go for the full 100% and stuff like that. But it doesn't really feel like a lot of people really aim for let's do everything with understandable reasons. Naturally, you know, doing absolutely everything in a game is a huge deal. But I always feel like if I don't do everything, I have somehow missed out, maybe. Like there's some major bonus that I didn't get. And I think it very much also depends on what game we're talking about. Some games I'd be very willing to do everything in. Some games, a little bit not so much. Like, I very much have enjoyed, you know, doing 100% on stuff like, stuff like Kingdom Hearts was a lot of fun to go through and, you know, get completion on just about everything. That was, you know, super enjoyable for the most part. But, you know, something like Animal Crossing, I've heard like people are saying they're trying to 100% they're trying to 100% like the course catalog and stuff like that. You know, you know, all of the furniture and stuff like that. It's like, well, that seems like a little bit much. Especially given like the random nature of some of the stuff in here. It's going to be really hard to get some of it. Yeah, you can reach out to friends and stuff like that, and they can help you you know, they can help you get it, but it doesn't seem fun. I don't know. I mean, fun is absolutely subjective. People do different things for different reasons. They have different enjoyments, different likes. So, not gonna say at all that my nature of fun, my thoughts on that matter, are what you should base your decisions on. But that never seemed fun to me. But that being said, I do spend a lot of time looking at a lot of these games going, hey, I want to do as much as possible. I want to do as many things as I can. A Dolly shirt. Okay. Interesting. Okay, later. It might also depend on the scope of the game. If you look at older style games, so we look at, side scrollers, 18-bit style, stuff like that. In those sorts of games, 100% does seem a lot more doable and a lot more reasonable. I think of like big current RPGs and getting 100% on those just doesn't seem. It doesn't seem reasonable. It seems like something that's going to take you absolutely forever and you're not going to get much out of it. Like multiple playthroughs. I remember Ratchet and Clank, the original. I did that a number of years ago now. It's been a bit. And I remember that unlike later Ratchet and Clank, really? How do I... Oh, it's because you're not stacking. Okay. I need to get these. I need to get some of the stuff out of my inventory. But yeah, I definitely remember in... You're not gonna allow me to swap out? You're not gonna allow me to do that? Really? I'm gonna have to leave this right here. You're not gonna combine this? Ugh. Remember when we had like 2 rows of inventory? I remember when I was doing Ratchet and Clank, the original. You do the later on Ratchet and Clanks. You do anything past 1 actually. But you do any of the later on Ratchet and Clanks, and did I have anything to put away? Jeez. Oh, okay, we've got gears and plasma ball. And I guess we can put away some of this too. I did a little bit of wood gathering last night, but as you can see, we didn't get a ton of it. We have some though, that's useful. But I remember in the original Ratchet and Clank, when I played through on that, you didn't have the challenge mode didn't have the multiplier on money on bolts, and there was an achievement in challenge mode, or achievement in that game to earn. I forget how much it was. It was like 1 million bolts or something like that. It was a large number. Now I have 2 feet, but I have more than 2 shoes. I don't need more than 2 shoes, and the bugs say my extra shoes smell too bad to live in. I know you have 2 feet. Do you have 2 shoes? You're snacky bro, Broccolo. Are these shoes that you're offering me? Everyday socks. Okay. Those are not shoes, but I appreciate them. Okay, let's go see what Kix has on offer. Slippers, kimono sandals, ballet slippers are new. I'm pretty sure we already have slippers and kimono sandals. I might as well pick them up anyways, though, because they're both pretty cheap. But I remember, in order to actually do things on Ratchet and Clank, there was a glitch/exploit I could have taken advantage of regarding, like, going out of bounds onto the hoverboard track and just standing there and blowing up perpetually spawning boxes, and doing this would have gotten you the 1 million bells eventually. Bells, yeah, of course, bells, that's what we're talking about. It would have gotten you the 1 million bolts eventually, but that would have been an extremely long time. Like, that would not have been a fast thing at all. My sisters love these bags. I ended up, I mean, it would have been a fast thing, but it would have been something I could have done offline. I could have, like, put my controller down, tied a rubber band around or something like that, and that would have been what I would have ended up doing. Which, great and all, not a problem, but not quite fun. I believe I ended up playing through the game like 5 times in order to do it, because certain things got you money, and you just kind of blitz through the game. There's no side quests to do anymore, and you just kind of go, which was fun to a point. Like it was, but I got to I forget how fast I was completing the game. It definitely wasn't speed run level, but I was beating the game a fairly decent clip. But it definitely got boring after a while. But that's what it took to get the platinum trophy on that game. About probably 8 months back or so, 9 months back, I started looking at Katamari Forever. And I've recorded a fair amount of that game. I've actually beaten it. I've recorded a goodly amount of the actual gameplay itself. But I was looking into completing the catalog, and the catalog in Katamari is absolutely gigantic. Of course my pockets are full. The catalog in that game is gigantic. Like there's so much that is inside that game. You know what? We're going to wear the pleather bag for a bit. Let's go put stuff away. Also, I think we're going to slightly change our outfit. But there's a lot in that game, and a lot of the things that I'm missing. I've gotten most of it. We're like 95% on the catalog. But a lot of the items that we're missing at this point are items that are based on being in a certain place at a certain time, which may or may not be easily doable. You got to be kind of go at this particular place between these stages of the game, and that's how you get this item. So we got a mounted blue Marlin. Is that in some way different from what Flick makes? Well, it's there, and there it is, I wonder if it sings. Here's a little song I wrote. Okay, well, we have a mounted blue Marlin. I'll have to figure out if that's any different. I wonder if it is, or if I just happen to get just a thing. KK Marathon's pretty good. Not sure how I feel about this already. Okay, so we have... Okay, so that's the Dolly shirt. Okay. Now, I know we have the comedian's outfit, and that's absolutely what we need today. I know a comedian... Ah, man, I have them in... I don't have them in matching colors. Oh, that is a crying shame. Also, because we got them, where are they? Where are they? I just got them. Sequin leggings, just in case it comes up. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, FTL was another one where I just very quickly went after, everything, even though it wasn't kind of an easy thing to do. Because it just seemed, Okay, where did I drop them? Did one of my villagers pick up the flowers? They must have. Well, that could be irritating. Oh, no, I put on a bag. That's right, I put on a bag. Oh, want to check something real quick. Run! I don't know if we're gonna see it. I'm a little bit late. Nah, damn, we missed it. Supposedly the well, maybe we didn't miss it. I have to go check the footage. The fountain actually changes styles at each hour. Is what I've been told. But I always play around the same time every day, so I don't really ever see it. I think FTL might have been the first game where I really went in and said I'm gonna 100% this game. I'm gonna get every ship. I'm gonna get all the stuff. Beat the game in every way. And then just sat down and really kind of worked at it. Maybe Hand of Fate 1 a little bit as well. But on my end, in general, like most of the games I play, it's definitely an effort to hit those 100% marks, but it's never like a huge deal, you know? It's not a situation where, you know, like it hurts to do that. But then I sat back and I was thinking about trying to go and say, okay, I'm going to make or gather every item in Terraria. And I went and I started looking at the list of items to prepare to do just that, and realized just how much of a monumental task that would be. Like, that would be no small thing. There are a lot of items in there. Some of them are really rare drops. A lot of them crafted naturally, but there's a lot of stuff in there. And crafting all of those, or gathering all of those, would have been this tremendous thing. And it wouldn't have been truly satisfying. And I think that's why I kind of gave up on the concept, is because, you know, I could go and I could do that, and I could, you know, gather things. There wouldn't be any satisfaction in it, though. Not at this point. Not after I've beaten the game. There's just kind of nothing there, is the thing. You know? Okay, I'm not seeing a fossil paper. Looking for my other two fossils. There's not a lot of satisfaction in that, which is kind of a shame on the one hand, and then on the other hand, as I sit back and think about it, it's like, you know, I could do that, but, or I could play some other game. Okay, I saw there was one down there. I guess let's go get that now that since I know it's there, so I don't forget about it. You know, there are so many other games I could play that working on something like that doesn't feel like a worth it thing. Like the challenge in Terraria was beat the game on expert solo, and that was my challenge. You know, yes, that's not the hardest challenge. I know people have done much harder, but I'm also not as good as those people. Can you go down here? You can. Interesting. I believe it's actually buildable out there. Like, you can actually put stuff out there. I don't know necessarily what you would put out there, but looks like we got... No, never mind. That's not growing in. That's... I think I actually accidentally trampled those flowers over there. Damn, I actually separated all these out and, like, watered all of these yesterday, and it looks like I'm not getting any hybrids in. Maybe I am. Where's this? I've only gotten 3, right? Yeah. I don't know where my other fossil is for today. Sylvana's home. Let's go check on her. Maybe she's crafting. Yeah, I think part of it is money's worth, honestly. When I think back on why do I go for the 100%, money's worth is absolutely a thing. Oh, this is B, not Sylvana. I have a thing for you, B. I really want to give you a Dolly shirt. I think you'll appreciate this. Nice. Well, I'm glad. Not sure why you have your scale on top of the burners of your little kitchenette over there, but I think we've got just about everywhere today, so I don't really know. Yeah, I haven't a clue on where this missing fossil is. So nowadays, as I go and I play games, I'm actively thinking on, do I want 100% the game? And generally the answer is yes, but there's a lot of games that I kind of sit back and I go, you know what, I'm just not going to... I'm just not going to do that. I don't feel like there's a, tremendous value to me in doing so. The weather's definitely feeling spring-like, yes. Okay, let's go see. I want that hat. I used to have a hat like that in a darker brown, and unfortunately, it went missing, and I don't know where it went. Okay, we got a colorful skirt. Neat. Ooh. I could be a sushi. Well, I didn't actually want to do that game, but I've got to go. I gotta go get my comedian pants back. I've never actually I've seen a comedian live once. I think we went to see um Catcher's Mask. Okay. I already have the steampunk outfits. Ooh, cowboy boots. Nice. Finally seeing some new shoes. I think we went to see what's his name? Jerry Seinfeld on stage in Colorado one time, which was fun. But I don't know. I'm not particularly, I guess, enthused with seeing a comedian on stage. No, you know what? I also want to see Ron White. That's right. I want to see Ron White as well. But, seeing a comedian on stage is fun up to a point. But I think it was fun up to a point, but wow, I have a gigantic head. It's really shown off in both this pose and that helmet. Do I have stretch leggings? I'm not sure if I have stretch leggings. Let's go ahead and get some. But I think having seen the two of them, there's kind of very little reason for me to want to see another comedian on stage at this point. I don't see a tremendous benefit. Like, I'd rather just listen to them on, on a headphones or something like that. I don't feel like I got much out of seeing them live. My best friend and I used to love listening to the Blue Collar Comedy Tour on, we had the DVDs, so we would watch that, which was funny. But, we went to see Ron White. We were expecting this great show. And while the show was good, don't get me wrong, like 50% of the jokes were recycled. Like, they were jokes he had told before. He told them on Blue Collar, which we had, watched years earlier. So it ended up being this really weird feeling where it's like, okay, yes, we're laughing because it's fun to see these jokes, told in person. Like, that's fun. It's funny. But it definitely felt kind of like rehashed, which is very weird. I say that as a person who has gone to see, the Eagles live in concert probably 7 or 8 times over the course of my life. Maybe said less than that. Maybe like 6 times. But I've seen the Eagles many, 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 many times. And I've seen Weird Al in concert at least twice. But that's definitely a different feeling, I think. To see a band live and in person than it is to see a comedian. We already have KK Step? I don't know if we have KK Step. Let's go ahead and order that. God, you never have anything new in here. I've never seen... I know that it's supposed to be a Vegas thing, but I've never seen a comedian win in these flashy, sequined outfits. I mean, I've seen it, like, in movies and TV shows, but I've never actually seen legitimately in real life. I've never seen it actually happen. It's one of those things that I'd almost think, like, is that apocryphal? Like, does it actually happen, or is this a like community-wide joke we have made? Please assess my fossils. There's another fossil somewhere, but I have no idea where it is. And he already has all our fossils. Okay, that's fine. Thanks, Blathers. Later. I'm trying to think if there's been any... I mean, realistically, there are some games that I've played recently that I have not 100%ed. Even on the channel. Not even counting Terraria. Like, I didn't go in 100% Ace Combat. I was working on it. And I'm getting close. I'm reasonably close. I might need to go back and play it again sometime soon, just so I can get like the extra things that I'm missing. But some of the stuff that I'm missing in that game is very much like there's multiplayer stuff, and I'll be honest, I just don't care for multiplayer in most games nowadays. I enjoyed Ace Combat's multiplayer, so don't get me wrong there. That it was a fun multiplayer to play. But I'm not gonna go for, you know, achievements in that. It's kind of weird to say. I went for achievements in like Halo. Oh, there it is. I went for achievements in Halo once upon a time. Went for the multiplayer achievements in there. I think it was like Halo 2 or Halo 3. I can't remember which one. I think it was probably Halo 3. Remember there were 2 achievements. There was one for blasting the little flying, like, one-man aerial vehicles out of the sky with the big laser. And there was another one for splatting someone with the mongoose. The laser one I got completely legitimately. The mongoose one, I remember trying to get, and I was having a lot of trouble getting it. And then I got into a game where people decided to boost, which is, I guess that I don't know what you call it now. I think the term has changed, but boosting would be specifically like artificially giving each other achievements, because everybody wanted to get the there was something you got for getting all the achievements, the Hayabusa helmet or something like that. So people were just standing around letting people hit each other with mongooses. And there were a couple of us, so half the people in the game were doing that. And keep in mind, this was actually a deathmatch game. So, you know, half the people were doing that, and the other half, including myself, are like, screw that, we're here to play. And we started shooting, and the match devolved, and it became the shooting match it was supposed to be. And I got in a mongoose and ended up legitimately running someone over, which absolutely cracked me up. I forget exactly what happened. I think I was like trying to run into him. I was actively trying to get the achievement that way, and he wasn't paying attention, and he got run over. Oh, crap. So it's kind of fun to get that get the achievement that, you know, you didn't want to cheat for it, but you got it anyways. Kind of amazed that didn't make this fish go away. I think Halo was the last time I really actively tried to get multiplayer achievements. God damn it. I don't know, there's not much impetus, I think, in achievements where I'm not in control of the results. Because if it's my skill involved, you know, if it's my ability to play the game, that's one thing. But, there's, come in first place in team deathmatch, 18 times in a row or something like that. It's like, well, I can be as good as I am, however good I happen to be. And, if there's someone else that's better, I'm just not getting that achievement. Or if it's a team-based game and I'm not getting a good team, then I'm not getting it there either. And that also does not quite seem fun. Oh, crap. Really? You were looking? Really? And I mean, it's very, oh, crap. It's very easy to blame the team, in these games. So, it's not necessarily, it's too easy to blame the team when you lose a situation like that. But I would rather not, I would just rather not do that. I don't know if it's just that the team-based games have less appeal to me nowadays. Like, I just started playing League of Legends again, and I'm having a lot of fun with that, but I'm also playing directly with friends. But I very much find that if we have non-friend team members, like we last night we played a good couple of games, and we had randoms playing on our team, and without fail, now keep on, I'm not going to say that I was playing particularly well. I tried to pick up AD carry again, and I did okay, but we ended up losing a lot. But we had some randoms who just literally were not pulling their weight. They ended up feeding a lot, or just didn't do their job, or I know it's, as a person who used to play a lot of jungle, I know it's definitely definitely fashionable to blame the jungle when something goes wrong. But we had a good, 5 or 6 games in a row where I was either support or AD carry in bot lane, where the jungler never showed their face in bot lane. Literally did not. They camped top lane, went to mid lane once or twice, but never showed up in bot lane on our side. Whereas the enemy jungler came down multiple times, and we had to fend them off, and started getting behind because, we gave up a kill or two. But no, it was less that there was an issue with people, not helping on jungle, and more a situation where we just, this person would just feed, and we would just say, okay, well, this isn't really a 5v5, it's really a 4v5, because this person just will not do anything. One of the things that a jungle should do, and has to do, this is literally their job, and if they don't do it, this is their fault. One thing a jungler has to do is they have to have objective control. It's their job to deal with the dragon, deal with Baron. And we had a Kha'Zix last night who literally was never at any objective when the objective was available and we could go take it. And it ended up resulting in the enemy team... That was me just pressing the button on accident. I mean, on purpose, but at the wrong time. So it ended up being the enemy team got 5 dragons and Baron because our jungler was literally never in the area. They're always off and doing another thing. Even when we were clicking the buttons saying, hey, jungler, we need you over here. That's one of the things that I enjoy playing with people in voice chat when I can actually talk to them. We're actually communicating, and more, we're laughing and over the nonsense that comes up from these games. That's fun. I definitely enjoy doing a lot of that. But as soon as you start putting randoms in the mix, especially people that I can't talk to, I started having a lot less fun myself. I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but I don't enjoy randoms. I'm more of a person that I want to play with people. So if I want to play with people I know, really. So the problem is if I'm playing with randoms, it makes it even harder to get those achievements, because I can't work with these folks, can't talk to them, can't communicate, can't plan. You know, again, if it's an achievement like, you know, get 12 headshots or something like that, that's one thing. But, oh, come on. You know that one was a lot more, like, rigid, because that was the coelacanth. Absolutely. No doubt in my mind. Jerk. Yeah, we got crawfish. This is a theme song I'm actually very okay with. I'm okay with listening to this one for a bit, for an hour. There are theme songs in here that I don't really appreciate. This one I can listen to for an hour without a problem. Doesn't feel quite as repetitive as some of the others. So I really think about this because as you know, today supposedly I'll be getting stuff that will allow me to play Nintendo 64 games and Dreamcast games on the channel once more. Well, Dreamcast games once more and 64 games on the channel for the first time, which I am very greatly looking forwards to. This is sup. We are friends, yes. Is your rent overdue for a refresh? Yes. That's not your catchphrase. Okay. What can we give? What can we give Chatter? What can we give? What catchphrase can we give Chatter that I can live with until he talks to me about this again? Let's see. Google, give me something. We got anything interesting here? I'm trying to think of I'm trying to think of like a two-word cheese pun or something like that. Uh and I can't think of one. You know? Okay, let's see if this fits. Okay, you know what? I'll live with it. I don't like it. I love it. Okay, good. We'll see if it actually fits in with his... Hey, look, it actually fits. Cool, I like it. Yes, I took a shower today. You smelled amazing. Yeah, I already know about that. I already know about doing that whole... I could get something over to B for you. Yeah, it doesn't quite work there. And say no, comma, rush. Okay, well, I can get over to B. That is not a problem. She's in her house. Sup, B? I have a thing for you. They used to do this all the time. You used to always be able to deliver stuff in the original game. Your wrestling singlet. Oh, okay. And B's gonna give me some glasses. Some bottom rim glasses. Okay. Okay, well. As usual, guys, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. So, do let me know what you guys think. We talked about a lot of things today, but, kind of what do you aim for when it comes to completion on video games is probably the biggest one that I talked about. Are you guys 100%ers? Do you prefer to kind of play and just go? Are you just there to beat the game? Do you just kind of play until you lose interest? What type of things do you guys do? A little bit curious on that. Have you seen a comedian? Have you ever seen someone actually in one of these sequined out comedian outfits? I am very curious on that one. Let me know. Do you guys 100%? Do you guys otherwise? Where do you sit on it? And are there specific types of games that you are more likely to sit down and try to hash out a good score or a good completion percentage over others? Still looking for that one fish. There's still a fish that we're looking for that's in the river before 4 o'clock. Kind of hoping we get it with this rain. But yeah, let me know. As always, the usual YouTube requests. But if you leave a comment or if you leave a like, I always read the comments. I try to respond to as many of them as I can. And when you leave a like, it actually makes it easier for other people to find the videos. So if you like it, we can actually make sure other people can see it too. I do appreciate it. If you want to see more stuff that I do, subscribing is the best way to do that. I do upload typically at least one video a day. More than that nowadays. Then you can always catch me on Twitch. I will actually be on Twitch today at about 5:30 p.m. playing more Lobotomy Corporation. And if you come join me, you can see me live. I'll absolutely say hi. You can come help me decide what my new emote's going to be. But all that is awesome stuff. It all helps me. And I would appreciate it if you did. Other than that, thanks for watching, y'all. I appreciate you all. And I will talk to y'all tomorrow.